call the meeting to order. So if everybody will look at the minutes, we make a decision if we need to make a decision on that.
Make a motion the minutes be approved as written.
Second.
So the next order of business is the debrief on the Freedom Truck event. That was a phenomenal success. I want to thank everybody that helped with that. Y'all, it wasn't a one-person thing. Thank you for the special note, but we all did that, and I appreciate everybody working hard, especially the days that the truck was here when it was raining, pouring down rain, and trying to chase everybody into make sure they got their goodie bags. So we did distribute the 250 goodie bags at specifically, but we had a amazing turnout of 556 visitors. That is something that the Freedom Team, the 3 people that were on the Freedom Team themselves mentioned that they had been to colleges where there had only been enough interest for between 35 and 40 people to come in a day. Mm-hmm. So for our little town to be able to bring 556 people out, and yes, that did include some duplicates where family members went through, they went back, got other family members, went back through again, but the vast majority of those were one-timers that went through, and we had people from as far away as Lillington, Laurinburg, Mount Olive, Raleigh, and Cary, and Williamston. I found out a little bit later, but everybody was very, very appreciative that we were able to bring something so special and informative that they really, really appreciated that. So I want to give everybody a hand to for having it, helping me do that, and the town do that.
Well, members of the town council visited, so I was impressed with that. Yeah. Town council only.
Well, there were 3.
Oh, okay.
So Ms. Edwards participated in the volunteering. Richard volunteered, and Edward volunteered. So those were the 3 that attended.
And Martha said she was not feeling well. She didn't come.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yes, we do appreciate their attendance. We also had Sheriff Keith Stone show up, and I believe it was a judge from Rocky Mount, Mark, and I'm gonna murder his name. Osterhut. Okay. Anyway, it was a Mark O. I saw it on his shirt, so. And I may have missed a few people that were not there, but for the vast majority, I was the counter. And Lola's numbers, Lola is the truck manager. She had 514, which the discrepancy was she was not counting infants and toddlers, because their focus is education, educational age. So from, K through 12.
That's still good.
So, yes, we
Still
did.
good.
I mean,
500 people,
we
especially pouring rain. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it was like, but we're grateful for the church too, because when the driver got here, kind of looked at the parking lot, he just said, because Momeyer's got that shelter.
Mhm.
And anyway, that's perfect, and that made the biggest difference.
It did.
Because you had the people handing out stuff, they had somewhere to sit. I mean, it really worked out good. But I ended up, I was there for a little while. Well, Friday I worked my shift, but then Saturday when they decided to stay longer, I ended up staying. And there
That's
were some
right.
people, that came, like they ended up staying longer, which was great. And then there was people came, but they were always shut down. But I had some great conversations with people that really gave me some great information on to share with y'all, just talking about, thinking about doing things for towns and whatever. But they said, they just couldn't get over it. Of all places they traveled, that people were just so kind and,
The
just
hospitality.
the hospitality and so patriotic. And there were some people in there for several hours. I mean, it was great. So again, I was glad we did that, especially in the 250th year. And Josh, the truck driver company he works for, I said, well, now is this gonna end at the end of the year? And he said, I don't know. He said, there's some talk that because it's such good education that they may keep them going. But those trucks are really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I stayed to watch him shut it down, and when it slides out,
Right.
and then the back of it, he left it open, and when I was watching, the floors go up like this, and then I have never seen the engineer. I mean, there was some smart people that built that, so it was cool.
I wish I had been able to stay that long.
Yeah.
I hit
Well,
them all.
Terry was there for the long haul, but he was good, and everybody thanks for
And
helping.
y'all-
And I also want to say, those ladies that helped get the text messages, that helped
Oh,
get the
yes.
message out, they were so, like
Instrumental.
Natalie Webb,
Mhm.
Jane Bench, Meredith, all of them, but when I say, hey, especially after Alyssa posted the video that was here, they went right in, so that did, a lot of people saw that, so we're fortunate to have such kind folks to help with that, so.
You won't go down that list. You want to just mention it real quick? It's in our, on our second, I think our second page, that list of Freedom Truck ambassadors that we had. Natalie Webb, Brenda Pace, Meredith Bass, Lenny Allen, Jordan Jackson, Robin May, Amy Parker, Renee Bass, Karen Vick, Sandra Manning, Sue Leggett, Christina Hinton, Nancy Baines, Becca Hinton, Emily Bass, Jessica Bass, Alyssa Layton, Melinda Coughlin, Vandy Matthews, and Vandy was there too, and Jane Finch.
And Jane
And
worked
Jane was
too.
there.
Mhm. And Alyssa worked,
Alyssa worked.
no, Emily was there,
Uh,
and I went there.
Letty and
yeah.
Josh,
They were there a long time.
Josh helped Brian tremendously.
Yeah.
Helping with the parking and everything. So that was great. We had 3 state troopers, tour the bus that acted like they enjoyed it. And they enjoyed their goodie bags too.
Yeah.
Everybody seemed to
Well,
enjoy
the
the
kids
cracker
just,
jacks.
yeah, the kids that got those bags, it was just neat to watch how people, enjoyed it, so I know that was a lot of work for y'all to put together.
That's fun.
So that's all I've got.
Yeah, and then you're gonna share that Monday to give a
Yes.
breakdown.
Mhm.
Perfect. Alright, so, next up, we're talking about the next event, and it's not about me, it's about us, but my thinking has evolved after there was a commander at the end that came, And we'd already closed it up, but he's a Vietnam vet and, just does a lot of stuff with veterans or whatever. And we were just, talking about the 250th year and things like that. And, he was just saying, it really got my attention. He goes, in our size town, standalone veterans event is probably gonna be difficult. And of course, we want something to be successful. And I told him that we had done, the family day the other year and had great turnout. We had, bouncy houses and food, music and all that type of stuff. He said, you might be better to integrate that, with that. And then I talked to some other folks. Again, the fall's gonna be real busy. And after talking to some folks around town, a lot of people just don't feel confident that we'd have good attendance on a Sunday afternoon. So, we've not presented anything to the town yet. It was a concept, so it's not like, we were still kind of, because the Ruritan Village, it's busy in the fall. So I just have to share my concern. I don't think we'd have good participation to pull it off on a Sunday afternoon, just that one thing. So since we're past 250 years, should we go ahead and consider to get the Momeyer Family Day back on track for the spring? And then maybe what we were thinking for some of the veterans pieces, maybe it would work better there. I don't know. What do y'all?
So just focus on the next big event
Maybe.
instead of
What do
a
y'all
small
think?
one.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's do family day.
Yeah.
And, because I talked to some other people and they said, they were asking, and because different people I know work with like events and stuff, and they said, the other thing is, I said, we were just asked to come together as volunteer groups and kind of work together. We did the first, family that was very well received. And it was in a time of the year that, we got ahead of the Blooming Festival. We were after Christmas, all that type of stuff. But, there's so much in the fall, but then it kind of really, when I started checking into some things, a standalone veterans, for the National Day of Prayer, we did, and it was raining, but we still didn't have, so probably would, for our size community, if we went back to focus on that. So what do y'all think? And then if we still wanted to donate a veterans bench, you could still integrate that into you still can make that part of your family day.
Just include that.
Yeah.
With.
Yeah, and then I talked to a couple of people and they're like, well, have y'all really had time to go out and do any research yet? And I was like, no, because we just kind of jumped into it or whatever.
Right.
And so, that was one thing I was going to mention. So Bun is having a Bun Community Day in September. And of course, you got the Pumpkin Festival, and there's like an American Legion cruise in, but it could even be, if you're looking at your schedule, I was going to try to go to that Bun Fun Day, because the other thing is, there may be some new exhibits that we don't know about, and that guy I talked to from the veterans, like, there are some, now I've not done a lot of research yet, but there are some like mobile exhibits that for different things.
Okay.
So we did the first family day, it was great, because we also got a small budget to work with. We're not a Cary, we're not an Apex, we're not a Nashville, all that. So I think we needed to decide to do. So I didn't know if we just needed to go, when you give your debrief, say after we kind of put all of our heads together, we would like to get back to that. And that may be for our size group, that once a year thing, and that's, becomes a tradition, if the camp, they're for it or whatever, so.
Well, if everybody agrees, why don't we just write up a motion that's what the focus is gonna be.
Yeah. Is everybody
Agree.
agree with that?
Yeah.
So focus back on the family day for the spring. So I know, so I don't know if I know they said, you have a concept. I think, if I understand from the last meeting, if we do research September and October, and everybody kind of looks up stuff and finds out, and then we get back, I was thinking we get back in like November and say, okay, what are we thinking? And by that time, unless, Laura, you think we should get some potential spring dates to hold for the Rurtons, or should we get approval in November and go back that way? That's, You know you can't do it the first,
I don't think it would be a bad thing to have
a tentative
a
date.
tentative,
Well, Easter's
hold.
early, so if you went into April, it'd probably be better.
I was thinking if we did something in April too.
So,
Because Easter is on
Yeah.
the 28th of March this year.
cause the time changes back, first day of spring is the 20th, and then you got Palm Sunday and Easter. Now, the Brewertons always have their chicken supper, that's gonna be the
First,
yeah.
April 2nd.
okay. So the,
But LaRue might need,
17th?
LaRue might need 3 dates to go, just to see, cause you'll have to go see tentative dates, but. I
So
don't
if
know.
we push it out too far, then we get
Hot.
into, we get into, graduation and
Right.
Mother's
The
Day.
17th, that might be a.
Yeah, I think 17th's a
thinking-
good day. But you were talking about just to use the grounds of the Royalton
Like
Club.
we did before, and we have to check with
So
fire
either the
department.
10th or the 17th.
Yeah,
Then you're
17th.
past Easter and spring break, and past their chicken supper.
But it would only be like it was last year, it would only
Right.
be for that morning, so if she wanted to rent the building in the afternoon or evening.
Right, so last time it was, 11 to 2.
2:30.
I know we came at 8 and set up, but I think it was it 11 to?
It was 10. It was cool.
Maybe it was 10, and but the food didn't start till 11, or
Right.
the music didn't start till.
I think it was like a 10 to 2 or something, it was only for like 4 hours, it was, yeah.
Right.
it was-
Okay.
it was
And they
fun.
say, and like again, the more I talk to folks, it's just, and look, y'all need to talk too and get your own perspective, but just really trying to, really
Yeah, I think, I
think, like, you wanna be effective and successful in your
right.
size and what budget and what, resources. And I think we could even be thinking about maybe there's, a couple other people that, you don't have
Could help.
to, some people don't want to come, do all the planning, but they want to help. So I mean, I think, there are some things we could do, but what I was saying is by going to that fun day or pumpkin festival, you might see a new exhibit that's out, see what the new things that are available. I told you the guy that's got the photo booth in Clayton, he's got a really good price, and it's where a family can get a picture made and it sends it to their phone. Did I already show y'all that one? I had
That's cool.
but that's a hot thing right now, and that's, it was like, work toward attracting to your age demographic.
Right.
So, like, we had something for children last time. Lori did a fantastic job with that. And we had the history, had the music, But I was like, if we could go check out some of these other things in the fall, there might be an exhibit out there, or like an agriculture exhibit.
Right.
There might be something that we just don't know about
Right,
until we,
right.
we go, so.
Right.
Okay, that all sounds great.
So it sounds like we're gonna potentially, we need to cancel the 15th. Cause we never, we just
Yeah.
held it, we never presented anything.
No.
We never went past concept,
No,
there's
it
nothing
wasn't.
to present.
It's not been, it wasn't approved by the town council
Right.
yet, so it shouldn't be an issue. The other thing that we, probably need to discuss is the fact that our committee has never been given, any guidance as far as, what we were expected to do, or as far as attendance.
I was reading it in the paper
In the
that we
paper.
missing, we've never been given
I
attendance
mean,
guidelines.
our committee doesn't
It's-
have
well,
any
it's-
attendance policy.
It is a volunteer committee, it was just something that, if the committee got together, town council wanted to come up with a committee to just have something for to come up with ideas to bring our community together. It was all just like a small, just volunteer, just something.
Party planners.
Yeah, something, but it was, to my
But bigger than
knowledge, it was
that.
never to be.
All I've ever received, I've only received one letter and there's nothing in there, so I was
Well, this was-
disappointed that in the newspaper, it's talking about we're missing meeting, there was no,
We're talking
Attendance.
about our meetings, we're meeting.
But this,
Yeah,
To me, this is not the town council, it's
Yeah.
not the planning board, this is a volunteer group for the town council.
The whole
We just get together to give them, get together ideas and then they approve them. We're a volunteer committee. There is no attendance as far as I'm concerned. We're volunteers, we're not appointed, we're not paid,
Elected.
we're not elected.
Right.
If they want to start that, then we just won't have the committee.
No.
So I guess that's what we gotta find out, Taryn.
There is no, and if all that's gonna be expected, then I'm
In
out.
fairness, we should be, in fairness,
Yeah.
we need what the, I mean, there's.
Yeah.
we need guidance, I mean,
Yeah, we've
if
never
that's
been
what's gonna be
told that.
expected,
They
we
do
gotta
that
have
all.
guidance.
This is like the second time they've done somebody's done that to us.
It's just we're just a
We just-
volunteer committee to
Yeah.
help our community. I'm not doing rules. If they wanna give us rules, I'm out of this committee. This is volunteer to help our community, that's it. The town council don't want to come up with ideas, that's what we're doing. And then that's basically what we're doing, we're coming up with ideas to give to them to help the community.
And we didn't know we had to sign a document saying we agreed to be.
No,
What did they expect?
I'm not signing anything,
And we missed because we work, but we have an appointment.
it's volunteer.
Work,
Right,
sick,
yeah.
and I mean,
It's-
you
And the
know, we
whole,
don't miss
But I
just
mean,
because we want to
No,
miss.
right, but
Uh-uh.
there's never been, and even when the first group got together, and it was in the.
It's because
it was
paper.
It was in the paper,
yeah, they put it in the paper, you know how they love to stir
Yeah.
stuff in the paper.
yeah, it's gotta be written in the paper.
And even when we
before
first
something
came
is-
together, that
Well-
first group, we were all like, we would pick a time, and there was several times, they text like, hey, I'm running late for work. We were just getting stuff
Yeah.
done, so I
But, you know, and even these minutes, we don't have to approve minutes, we don't have to keep up with all that. This is strictly, just a volunteer.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue about those minutes, because those minutes are required, because we are a public body, and it's written.
See,
I
then
understand
it's
you disagree with that,
Then it's becoming
But-
more than what
Well,
we
I think that
signed
too,
up
and
for.
our, like, that was not explained, so that's where, like I said, all we were asked to do was to come together, so I think it's just gotta be clarified.
When was it in?
And the minutes are fine.
Last week.
I read it, is it,
it was
Just
the week
recently?
before, or it was either
I mean, I do think we
I
have
think it was
to
the week
keep
of the freedom
record of what we're
Yes.
doing, but
okay,
it's.
I'll go back and read it, I'll go back and read it
yeah,
again.
but you're right, it has gotten
It's gotten out of
ridiculous
hand.
and out of hand.
And
No, I do think we have to
I mean,
type what we're doing and who's doing.
You're doing great.
But I'm
That part's
saying, we never were given something that it was like, get together,
No,
come up with things,
Yeah.
so, anyway.
We didn't know we couldn't meet anywhere other than here.
Yeah, well, the original letter didn't
Says
say
wherever
that,
you
so-
no,
want to,
and it, I
whenever
mean,
you
it
want.
doesn't,
No,
mine didn't either.
no.
Right, so we're gonna see about the versions.
On the 10th
The
or the
13th,
7th or the
17th, the whole-
17th.
And there will probably be a charge because it's for the town. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, that's okay, we've got a budget.
Yeah.
We,
And there should be.
yeah, absolutely, we
Yes.
shouldn't expect them to participate in something that they're losing revenue on and giving it to us free.
So what do y'all think about taking a break, doing research, and then getting back together in November? I'm gonna go, someone wants to ride me to Fun Day.
I'll go with you.
We'll go check it out. Somebody finds something else or goes on, or even if you type like fall festivals on your internet one
Just
night,
go.
or just
Or
see,
locally.
because new things do come out, things like that, and then we get back to November and work on our recommendation and take
What's
it to
the
the
date
November.
of the fun
We said the 10th or 17th.
We don't
No,
have a
no.
vote.
day? No,
Fun Day, September 19th. I have to go back. Cause it would be nice to try to talk to some of their committee. They've actually done a fun day Facebook, so it's not like a town, it's like
Or the-
just
In
where-
the event,
it's like in a big, but they'll probably shut it down after it's
Mhm.
over. And then,
Yeah.
and then you can at least keep that, so I just think we can, nothing wrong with getting some new ideas
Yeah.
on things.
that makes sense. I don't see why there should be an issue with any kind of Facebook, push whenever we do something like this anyway. I mean, people are on Facebook all the time.
Right. So, I just want to, so we're okay for LaRue to go ahead and release that 15th?
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna, and we're all in agreement on that.
I never held it. I ain't held
Oh,
it.
I thought you held November 15th.
No, the only thing
Okay.
I asked was
Oh, I know.
about,
Okay.
Okay, cool.
because we didn't do anything for Veterans Day.
Yeah, right.
So I hadn't talked to her about it.
Okay. I thought you had checked this, because that was the thing, there was nothing available, so that was, we were already kind of torn, wasn't sure that was going to go. Cool.
Mm-mm, I just asked about just the, for the Freedom Trail.
Okay, gotcha. So, do we pin our name in for dates, or do we?
I say yes.
What do you think?
Because in the
Think they
spring,
They
we're
would
gonna
hold
do-
it, but we won't know till November if we're gonna go with those dates? Or should we just wait till November to ask?
I talked to Colleen. It's really not.
Well, maybe if she holds
not
it,
fair.
if she holds it,
If we
and then
have to, I
somebody
mean,
come, well, if we have to pay, if we have to.
Yeah, if we have to put a deposit down,
And it could already be booked.
Yeah, it
right,
could be.
Maybe that's what you do, just see if it's available the 10th or the 17th.
yeah. And then we can either risk it till November, or we can say, hey, can we have a deposit?
And I need to ask the fire department too, I guess. After we know that, then we need to go to Chase, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, last time we did the family day, I think the first time we met was like September 24. So I do think, because I think it was like March the 14th, but, I mean, a lot of people use it, like you said, graduation day, okay? So if we do that, you need this agenda?
No, I had it turned upside down.
So if you do that, are we saying we're all, I tell you one thing, I know we've always done like Thursday night, but does anybody have any flexibility for Tuesday nights? Or is Tuesday nights a bad night?
It's the same difference for me.
It's okay.
Well, I know that there's a new Bible study starting at church, it's gonna be on Thursday nights.
Yeah, Tuesday night's okay.
Tuesday be okay.
So if we do that, then we need to go look, the board meetings November the 9th, because we're gonna try to meet, so Tim would have something to go to. The one in November is on the 16th. Oh, okay, so they must have moved it to the third Monday, so. Okay. Yeah, it's, 9, 14, 10, 12, and 11, 16.
And y'all forgive me for having my shades on, I've had a migraine all day.
Oh, goodness.
So, if it's the 16th, do y'all want to meet the Tuesday before the 16th? That's the 10th.
In November.
November 10th,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that works for me.
So, no.
Work. Mm-hmm. Y'all still want to do 6:30?
Yeah.
Give you a good time to get home?
We do it much earlier.
I just get my ticket right. Okay, so, and then Taryn's gonna give the update and ask about I mean, are you gonna address what was in the attendance thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, November 10th,
November 10th at 6:30.
6:30.
and if anybody runs across any articles about exhibits or music, or it can just be collecting all
Any
that.
kind of,
But a lot of people, they like the family day. Some people suggested that some other things they'd like to see at it. But I'm like, well, we have a small budget, and you know, we'll work through it, so. Anyway. Okay, is there anything else? Anything else we need to go over? Right, so we need to, somebody can, do an adjournment.
I move to adjourn.
I was saying.
Anybody decide they wanna ride the Sun Sunday, let me know. And if anybody goes to Pumpkin Festival, I mean, I know they got some new stuff coming too.
Are they gonna have it downtown this year?
That's back down, well, I
They-
don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know, cause the
They
depot
got
is
it
still
on-
under
Or they
construction.
got a caboose it in?
But-
I think,
They just
no,
got
they were
that
talking
from-
about,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, it's back where it was supposed to
Okay.
be.
Okay,
should.
yeah.
Or-
I know they said
It's back where
they're
it's
gonna have
always
the Embers
been.
Friday night.
They should be finished.
The other thing is I've got a, I'll try to find it sent to you, so one thing, I think it's Roanoke Rapids, they do like a cruise in, like an American Legion, like cruise in, and a cruise in is, and I don't know if this is something we can think about, but that's where you just get the word out on Car Cruise, North Carolina, and you say you can say it's, and people like come on their old cars. It's not like a car show, it's called like a cruising, but people will come and you can have an area. I don't know if anybody goes to Wilsonville on Saturday nights right now at Burger Boy. They have a cruise in every Saturday night through September. It's really cool. I mean, it's just something different.
I didn't even know there was a Burger Boy in Wilson.
Isn't that what it's called? It's off Ward Boulevard, am I calling the right thing? It's like, it looks like in the 50s.
Cool.
Is it Burger Boy? And, but they do it from 4 to 7, I think. We went there last year, but I mean, but it's like a good fellowship, but then a lot of people go eat so they can walk through but it's a cruise in so you can leave. So it's not like a car show where you gotta be parked for the whole time. So a lot of smaller communities are picking back up and adding to those cruise ins. There's Enfield's having one this Saturday. That might be a car show though. But anyway. If anybody's interested, I follow that link. They send an update every week. It's amazing. Cruise in. All right. Thank y'all so much. And let me send this right now for you.
Okay.